Hello everyone, Josh first back again, bringing you guys some more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and today we're going to be talking about the new Green Merlin. Should you summon or should you skip? Just to keep this video kind of quick, since I've already went over her on this channel, which you could find the video I made a couple days ago. It'll be titled something about Green Merlin coming soon, late leaks, something of that nature. But regardless, we've already talked about her in depth. We talked about her in comparison to the blue one, which a lot of us thought we might have got as well. But we are indeed getting the green one, and she is absolutely phenomenal. And I do recommend that you guys and gals out there summon for her. Now, that is a bit unfortunate for those of you that are really trying to hoard up your diamonds and save up for units such as like Red Gother, for example, or if you weren't really hard on Green Bond because he was also a very strong unit. They are kind of releasing too many strong units back to back. We really could use a break, which would be very, very nice, but I have to say that she's very good and she's well worth the summon. That does not mean that you have to summon those, so keep that in mind, guys. But yes, she is very, very good. We're going to briefly skim over her skills real quick and talk about a couple other things that are coming with this new patch that you might find interesting. So, we have our girl here, Green Merlin. What can she do? Her rank 1 card, her rank 1, 2, and 3 all allow you to actually remove ult gauge orbs, which is really good. On her rank 1, she can actually remove 1 with 120% of attack. Rank 2, she can do 300% of attack and remove 1. And on rank 3, she can remove 3 ult gauges and 450% attack. So, a very strong skill 1. By the way, her basic stats are 3,080 attack, 2,152 on defense, and 37,300 HP. I believe that's at max SSR. I do believe. Oh, I'm sorry. That's max UR. My apologies. Max UR. Alright, so her skill 2, Perfect Cube. It's a buff. So her rank 1 can do 150% of ally. I'm sorry, she creates a barrier around all allies equal to 150% of attack for 2 turns, and then 225% for 2 turns, and then 375% for 2 turns. So a nice little barrier if you can get up to a rank 2 and 3. Exterminate Ray, or you could just call it Tornado Sever, because obviously a lot of you is going to be trying to link her up with her combined unit to do the combined attack, if you will, whatever you want to call it. I know some of you on JP like to call it the Fate. You know, whatever. Fate does sound cooler, though, I'll be honest. But anyway, inflicts damage equal to 630% of attack on one enemy, disables attack skills for 2 turns. So, kind of similar to all the other Merlins out there, but a very, very good skill nonetheless, because disabling attack skills, if that can't be cleansed away, that's very, very strong. And it does go up to 945% at max. So, nice multiplier there. Obviously, there's definitely better multipliers out there for ultimates, but with the disable attack on top of that for 2 turns, that is very, very good. So, again, at max 945, pretty strong. Her passive, which they call unique here, is very good. Fills the ultimate move gauge of all allies by 1 orb at the start of the battle. So, yowzers. You could do some work with this. You can pretty much rush ults and then just obliterate your opponent. And I think that's going to be the new meta until we see whatever the next week's banner is going to be. But it looks like this week the meta is going to be ult rush teams galore. And if you guys thought you saw enough of Jericho and Bond, it's probably going to get even worse this week. Because now they're going to have this Merlin in their back pocket on the bench coming out of the sub slot to get that passive off. You're going to be seeing a lot of green in PvP, guys. It's going to be insane. There's some of her special associations, and she has a combined attack with that Red Arthur and the blue one. So there you guys go. And her affinity level 5 reward, Magic Balloon Star, attack plus 120, crit chance plus 2%, and crit damage plus 2%. So anyways, guys, she's just a very solid unit, very well-rounded, very versatile. It's just unfortunate that it's another amazing unit that you really want to summon on. I feel like we do at this point need at least a week's break. So I was kind of like, I knew green was probably coming like 99.9%, but I had that 0.1% held back, like in reserve, like please give us blue Merlin, because then we could have took a break. A lot of us could have took a break period. So unfortunately, she's another unit that you probably want to try and pull for. But again, I'm not saying that you absolutely have to. I'm just saying, if you want to keep up with the current meta, if you are a competitive player in PvP, or if you're looking for another great solid unit, especially if you did skip the Bond banner, this might be a unit you want to try and go for, because she's going to be good for a lot of different things. She's just a very solid unit. So there you guys go. And this again was another unit that was supposed to be a coin shop unit from the JP side, but as you guys have seen the trend here on Global, things are continuously changing. So there you guys go. Now we also have a couple more things to really go over real quick. Just going to briefly skim through this as well. It's going to go real fast. As soon as I find the actual... Did they remove the post? I think they might have removed the post. Let me see. No, here we go. So we have Full Awakening bundle changes coming. Basically, they're just releasing all the tier 6 Full Awakening bundles for all of the heroes in the game, which is crazy. They added some changes to the chat system, knighthood improvements. Now you can look at all the different rankings and compare combat classes to your fellow knighthood members and other knighthood members from other knighthoods. So very crazy there. You're going to see a lot of competition amongst peers, if you will. Added the feature to continuously change the awakened item perks. Added weapon costumes for, again, you know, you get the SR you know, Liz Hawk, and then the SSR healer Elizabeth. They're getting an SR, SSR, and UR rings here. We've got some new bundles. Hero stat changes. These are all slight buffs. The buffs are so small, they're not really worth mentioning, but there are buffs there for these heroes. If you guys are more curious about the SSR Hauser, for example, he went up maybe a few hundred HP and just barely a bump up on his defense. So, I mean, these buffs are barely worth mentioning. Costume UI improvements, ending events and bundles, just telling you what's left, which a lot of you already knew. Miscellaneous. For one big thing from this, though, is they added plus 1000 combat class when using a combined attack hero team. And I think what they mean by that is your entire team has to have their link partners that are allowing them to use the combined attack ultimate. So that's going to be interesting, and that'll give you a free 1000 combat class. That's pretty much the big stuff there. I mean, they added, you know, some more, you know, they added the ability to toggle ultimate move display during battle, which, okay. I mean, I already saw that on the JP side. It's cool. It's a nice little quality of life. Nothing too major, but it's something. And then the next big thing that I think we got out of this patch is the Grow Support event, which we briefly talked about. You get this stuff right here. You could trade in these Grow Support tickets that you're going to get from clearing Fort Solgris, and you could turn them in for these items right here, and you only get 50 tickets max per day. And this is going to be going on till 4/9/11:59 p.m. PDT, which is the Pacific Standard Time, or West Coast time, if you will. So it's pretty much going to go on. If you're on the East Coast like me, it'll be going on till pretty much 3 a.m. on 4/10, you know, give or take that 1 minute. So that's it, guys. Again, should you summon or skip, I would recommend summoning. That does not mean I'm telling you have to, but I'm recommending you to. So there you guys go. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, take notifications, join us in the Discord in the description below, and I'm going to catch you guys all later. Have a good one. As always, peace.